Hello internet friends, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Literal Cream, with the conspiracy theory for you all that I concocted by myself. Literal Cream conspiracy, bitch. Literal conspiracy. Gonna be calling this the Mark Zuckerberg conspiracy theory. Maybe some of y'all can weigh in with your thoughts and ideas and your own piece of dust, your own conspiracies about him. But anyways, people have been giving Mark Zuckerberg a lot of hate recently, and I understand it. With all the bullshit Facebook has been pulling, they're listening. There have been so many times when I mention a product, a store that I've never mentioned before, and I go onto Facebook. There's an ad for it. And mind you, I don't even have the Facebook app or the Messenger app. My phone is just listening. And I know it sounds crazy, but truthfully, I believe they're always listening. And I have conversations with people. I'm like, should I really be saying this in front of my phone? It's crazy. But is it? Anyways, so people have been giving him a lot of hate for everything Facebook has been pulling. Stealing our information, selling our information, making it public, advertising, listening to us. All of that, okay? I don't follow it too much, but from the gist, what I know, Facebook sucks. And Mark Zuckerberg is the head of Facebook, so obviously he gets the hate for it. But I think it's possible that Mark Zuckerberg is the one thing keeping it from getting a million times worse. Now, from what I know about him, he was just some nerdy kid who went to Harvard or MIT, and he developed this social media networking site. And it just skyrocketed. It took off. Can you imagine that? If you're just some nerdy kid, some nobody, and then all of a sudden you create something, and now billions of people worldwide are using, everyone uses Facebook. It's $1 billion company. Just this one person, I know he had a roommate that helped, but basically everyone knows Mark Zuckerberg for Facebook. And I think that he wasn't prepared for it. I don't think he wants that celebrity status. I don't think he wants the fame, the publicity that comes with it. And I don't think he's happy with what Facebook has become. This just started as some way to keep in touch with your friends. And now it's this crazy company that's listening, stealing your data, following everything you do. And so I think it's possible that he's the one thing keeping it where it is. Facebook could get a million times worse. I'm sure he's gotten offers to sell. He can back out of Facebook, but who's making these offers? Why? What do they want? What would they do? What would they change? Would they have a monopoly? It's just, you don't know. I'm sure he's gotten offers, and maybe he's also gotten threats. He's got a family now. He has a wife and a kid. Maybe there's people up there that threaten him, his family, his child, if he doesn't do this, if he does do this. And maybe that's why it's allowed Facebook to get where it is, to be so powerful and so horrible, so horrendous. Because who knows what goes on behind the scenes at Facebook HQ in Mark Zuckerberg's life. So maybe he knows that he could sell it, he could get out of it, but it would get so much worse. And maybe he's the one thing sort of keeping it in line. He's just sitting there taking the hate, taking the judgment to prevent an even bigger corporation from taking over. It's possible. You can watch the video of him at the hearing, and he seems so uncomfortable. A lot of times it seems like he's gonna cry. I don't think he ever wanted any of that. I think he was just some nerdy kid, like I said before, who just made this social networking site and it just blew up. He made Facebook Live and people are using it to kill themselves, to kill other people and live stream it. And then he comes out with this weird, obscure brisket video saying, this is what Facebook Live is for. Just hanging out with your family, grilling briskets and Sweet Baby Ray's. He really doesn't seem like the type of person that wants to be in the spotlight. There's that photo of him and his laptop, and you can see he's covered the camera and the microphone. Mark Zuckerberg, the head of Facebook, is worried about people watching and listening to him. That really says something. And maybe he knew that people would see that, people would pick up on it. And it was some form of a silent protest, a warning to say you should be doing this too. Because he can't outright say it. Maybe he gets death threats from bigger corporations. I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. But maybe he did it on purpose. He wants to say to us, hey, you should cover your laptop camera and the microphone. People are watching and listening. Because Mark Zuckerberg, he knows a lot of things we don't. And if he's doing that, shouldn't we? Shouldn't we? Anyways, that's my brief conspiracy on Mark Zuckerberg. If you know more about him, if you know more about Facebook, if you've got a theory, let me know because I'm interested to hear it. But I think it's quite possible he's the one link, the one good guy in the Facebook corporation holding it back from getting a million times worse, from preventing some even bigger corporation from taking over and ruining our lives. Or maybe he really is a lizard person after all, who knows. Anyways, see y'all later, mater. Okay, bye. Also, this makeup look you see here today was done with like only 2 brushes because I still haven't washed them. And these are like the only 2 that were still clean, so yeah. ASMR.